Runabout to all of you, my Transformers hooligan, and welcome to another episode of DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan. And I really want to thank you all because at my last count, I'm actually up to 191 subscribers now. I really appreciate each and every one of you. On my next review, I'm actually going to be able to give you all a little bit more of a formal thanks and everything like that, as I usually love to do shout outs and everything. Today I'm actually doing a special review for my friend and fellow Transformers hooligan Clinton Gao, who has actually gotten me into wanting to do more about Runamuck over here, which I actually just got recently and everything, and I'm actually really impressed by this mold. So we've actually been talking a lot about this guy back and forth and everything. So I'm going to take you over to stage A and we'll actually start off the review. Thanks for joining me. Alright everyone, and I am back. And between my friend Clinton and I, we have actually been taking a lot of pictures of Runamuck over here. And if you actually follow me on my Facebook page, that would actually be DIECAST NORBZ Activate on Facebook. So just find me on DIECAST NORBZ Activate. And we've actually been really talking a lot about this guy over here, Runamuck. First off, I'm actually just gonna give you a quick look at this amazing artwork over here. I love this guy so much. I really love the fact that he actually comes with these cold violet eyes and everything. The eyes that have actually seen a lot of devastation in his lifetime and everything. You know, the character profiles actually kind of make you think that they're actually supposed to be slack-jawed yokels and everything, but I really kind of tend to think that they actually kind of look more like ninjas than anything else. You know what I mean? And I really love this design. So Clinton and I have actually been talking about this guy and what his alt mode is actually supposed to be, you know. And at first I was actually thinking a Toyota Supra more than anything else, and Clinton actually thought it was actually supposed to be more of a Lotus Esprit, which I can actually really see all the inspiration going on there for this also. When I actually checked out the Wikipedia, they actually said that he was actually supposed to be a Pontiac Trans Am Firebird, you know, and that one actually kind of really shocked the hell out of me, because when I saw this, I was just really, a Firebird? You know, I would have never thought, you know, that he was actually an American muscle car more than anything else, you know. It's very cool though. I really can see all the Trans Am influences here, but I can also see that there's a lot in the way of the influences of a Lotus and probably the Toyota Supra also and everything. So I really like this a lot. I'm just going to give you a quick comparison over here with him and with his wave mate Sunstreaker over here. Really nice on the both of these all together. Now I know because of my light, this is actually coming out a lot more yellow and everything, and I really wonder why they didn't why Hasbro and Takara didn't put a lot more paint on, say, Sunstreaker over here, which in my opinion is actually kind of more of a flagship member more than Runamuck over here and everything. But I really love what they actually did with the paint on this. I just kind of wish that they could have actually done it more on this guy. So because of the fact that Sunstreaker actually has all these places over here that needs to be painted, especially over here on the hood and over here, right where the hood actually meets the body of the car and that sort of thing, I'd actually tend to think that you'd actually need to be a little bit more delicate when you're actually dealing with him and everything, you know, because if you actually just get a few scuffs over here and everything like that, I'm pretty sure it'll actually be just like scuffing up your new kicks or something like that to some of us Transformers addicts, you know what I mean? You sneaker people, you know what I'm talking about, you know? But in any case though, that being said, Runamuck over here tends to be a really great way to actually show how proper use of paint is actually explored. I really love everything that's actually going on over here. I love the rear brake lights over here. You never really see that done where they actually follow through on everything, but that's really nice. I like that touch right there. And his exhaust could have been silver, but like not complaining. His painted wheels over here also, just like really great detail, all the gold trim and everything that they actually put on him. It looks like they actually, like when it comes down to Runamuck and Runabout, and I can't wait to have Runabout in hand or anything, but like when it actually comes down to these two guys, it's actually it's kind of like Hasbro and Takara actually putting their final stamp at the end of Earthrise, you know, and like along with Thrust also, which I'm actually needing to like find pretty soon as well. Hey, if you guys actually see Thrust out there, let me know where you found him. But any case, I'm actually going to give you a quick transformation on this guy. Oh, also, this gun. Because of the fact that this paint is actually on the inside of this hood right over here, I would really suggest like putting the gun, like continually putting the gun in here, or else I'm pretty sure you're actually going to see like a lot in the way of deterioration of your paint over there. But that's about it. So that being said, I'm going to take you through transformation, and I will return. Quick transformation for Runamuck over here runs a little like this. You actually want to bring this up, and you'll actually notice these faux wheels that are actually popping up from the back. It's actually just like harkening back over to the Battlechargers and everything when they used to, like when they were actually a part of G1, wind up cars and everything, and as soon as they are actually transformed, you actually have that ulterior wheel in the back. It's actually very cool. I kind of like it. I kind of wish they actually like did something else as far as stabilization and everything, because I really think that there should have actually been like a little bit of paint on the back over here and everything, but we'll get to that in a bit. The next thing you want to do is come over here to the back hood and start to the back of the tail section and just bring that up a bit, and then you put the wheels right in there. So you've actually got kind of like this thing going. So now that the wheels are actually gone, you actually have that illusion like he is actually transforming into the car and everything. I mean, to the robot. So then you lift up the hood, the roof of the car. You want to start just finagling this a bit and everything like that, because there are a couple of like pegs that actually go right into the sides of the car itself and everything, right into the doors. And all you want to do is lift that up on both sides. And then you accordion this all the way up, and that's where the juncture for the knees actually meets the legs, and they actually have two pegs that are actually right on the inside here and here. All you want to do is put those in the peg hole, in the peg slots right over here and over here, and that actually makes a really nice solid connection on mine. Then wiggle this out, that'll actually separate the front end. Then rotate the whole entire robot of the robot waist right over here, and open up the faux hood on the bottom. Now there's like a little bit of thump that this actually makes. It's kind of like semi-ratcheted. So all you want to do is just bring it out so far, and then we bring out the head, which I found that if you actually reverse the head before you actually put it into the car, then you're not going to have any issues getting the head out of the car itself and everything, you know? So that's actually a great part of engineering. I don't think a lot of people actually thought of doing that or anything like that, because they actually kind of felt like he should have actually been able to put his head into the car in regular position. But I kind of feel like this actually works a lot better. So just accordion these by the shoulder, rotate right by the bicep. Then you just want to take up the hands out of the doors, like so, and like so. And then just put his chest right here, rotate his head, and then on the back, there are a couple of pegs that actually go into a couple of slots for the hood. So just bring up the roof of the car, peg those in, and then bring these right over to these slots right over here. And after that, you actually have a Runamuck that is ready for action. Last thing you actually want to do to put a stamp onto this whole entire thing is either put his pistol on his shoulder or into his hands. And that is Runamuck. I'm going to take you right into stage A and we'll continue the review. And here goes Runamuck. He is really awesome. Dare I say he's a badass? Because he is. He is. Look at this. Look at that face right there. I freaking love those purple optics of his, you know? Like, I am really enamored with the fact that they actually kind of like let these guys actually have their purple eyes and everything like that from the G1 cartoons, and it's extraordinary. Take a look down at like all of this detail over here. I love like all the detailing going into his arms, all the detailing going into his all the detailing going on into his chest over here. And remember, once you see that face, you can never unsee it in his crotch. That was pretty much one of the first things that my girlfriend actually noticed when I actually showed this thing to her. If you actually hear her laughing in the background, yeah. So like, there goes more engineering parts and everything like that. And what I like about this is that they didn't even stop any of the engineering things going on in like any of the engineering designs and everything. They actually put that right on the back plate over here. So even though this doesn't fold or anything like that to hide the back of his calves or anything like that, it's really nice. I kind of like the way they actually did that. That's actually like a really good forward thinking right there. I like it. He's actually really solid, you know? I'm loving this guy a lot, you know? And, you know, again, like I said, I think I actually mentioned this a little bit earlier and everything. They kind of like have these guys as like in the old G1 cartoons and everything, and like in what I actually read in Wikipedia, they actually kind of like have these guys as like the slack-jawed yokels and everything like that. I kind of really feel as though they look more like ninjas than anything else. So my storyline is actually going to change for these guys drastically. If I ever get like a Nightbird or anything like that, that's kind of like the three that I'm actually going to kind of like keep together in my collection. This pistol can actually come off and you can actually put it in his hand, you know, just like you would actually do with a pistol. I really wish he actually came with like the secondary pistol like his brother Runabout is actually going to come up with, because I like the thought of these guys being able to dual wield, you know, and that's actually great. Oh, look at this articulation. He's actually got like a ball joint by the head. You can actually look up. He's got like real emoting skills right here. I really love that. He's got like a rotational hinge right over here by the upper shoulder. He's actually got like this added feature right over here. So if you actually want to use this piece by his shoulder and everything going into his chest, it's kind of like an up and down butterfly and everything more than anything else, you know? So like, that's actually kind of nice. I really like that a lot. Rotation by the bicep. He's got like 90 degrees over by the elbows. A hinge right over here by his wrist. Nothing that rotates or anything like that. The only sad part about this, you know, he's actually got rotation over here by the waist. He's actually got like a kick out, a kick all the way back over here. Like if you actually move this a little bit, there are things that actually get in the, oh wait, look at that. He doesn't really do it. Oh man. See, I was wrong. I thought he actually had like a lot more mobility over there and everything, you know, but at least he actually kicks forward out, you know. He can kick sideways, so he actually has like a really good roundhouse kick that he could actually do over here. He's got like joint right over here by his knees, so that's nice. And if you actually disconnect, you actually have a lot more avenue and everything, so you could actually make a really deep knee bend and everything. And it's actually covered up by this, so you don't have like anything that actually gets in the way there. He actually has like ankle tilt and dorsiflexion, so that's really nice. I like the way this guy actually reacts and the way he actually stands when it actually comes down to being a figure, and he's actually pretty awesome. I really like him. In comparison with Sunstreaker over here, again, all this added paint on Runamuck is actually extraordinary. I really do wish they actually did that with Sunstreaker too, because like, again, I really do consider Sunstreaker more of a flagship character more than Runamuck, you know? Like, being a part of the original G1 crew and that sort of thing, like, I think he actually kind of, like, needed a little bit more. But when you actually look down over here, like, this is what I always worry about, is, like, all the paint being scuffed, like, right on the bottom of his feet, since this is actually going to be his hood, you know? And I really don't think I actually have, like, as much of a complaint about it or anything. I know a lot of people actually kind of, like, bitch and complain about the fact that it's actually, like, a pretty much unpainted figure more than anything else, you know? But, like, I love his design. So for everything else that he does, I can actually forgive him, you know? And with Runamuck over here, I think he was actually kind of like knocked out the park and everything altogether. Like, he is just really great. I can't wait for his eventual brother. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take you into final thoughts and I will return. Proper villains should always wear white. And I think that Runamuck really fills that whole entire proper villain kind of thing, like, down to a T. I love how stylistic he is. I love how, like, incredibly posed he actually is and everything. And plus, I'm a big sucker for a hatchback. Anybody who actually knows me will actually tell you that I'm actually a big sucker for a hatchback sport compact. And Runamuck fills everything there. I really cannot wait to see what else they actually do with this engineering. My guess, I think we all know that Trax is actually, like, coming up probably in Kingdom. Yeah, he is coming up in Kingdom, isn't he? So, like, I can actually easily see them remolding this guy and remaking this into, like, the best Trax we'll probably ever see, and I can't wait. So, that's it for me today, DIECAST NORBZ, and I really appreciate each and every one of you for coming in and joining me today. It has actually been a great year of reviewing and everything, so I can't wait to do some more. There are a couple of other characters that I still have yet to get to and everything for, like, this for the second wave of Earthrise, and I really can't wait for the eventual Kingdom. Also, we're still in COVID season, so you know what I'm gonna say? Be a hero, wear a mask. We're still in COVID season. I want to see every single person protected out there. Protect your loved ones, protect yourselves. And wearing a mask isn't a huge issue or anything. If Prime could do it, so could we. Be a hero, wear a mask. And last but not least, for all of you, my Transformers hooligans, the most gangster thing that you can possibly do is being kind. So be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other out there, and pay it forward. Kindness is actually in short supply, so we need to make sure that we actually supply that abundantly to every single person out there. And that's it for my show today. I will definitely talk to you soon.